Hello everyone, welcome. Hang on 2 seconds. There we go, look at that, ever the professional. Hello everyone, how are we? Welcome. It is Friday evening. It's the end of another very long week, I think. Well, I say very long week. Yeah, it has been a long week. But we're here at the end, and it's a Friday. It's fantastic. The mood lighting was a thing, Llama. I thought maybe we'll do it. For some reason, my lights just occasionally decide to that they're not going to go full luminous. They're not going to bash out all the kelvins, which is bizarre because they're a lovely set of Elgato mini lights, but maybe I'm putting them through a USB 2 rather than USB 3. Could be it. I don't really know. How would I know? That sounds technical. Yes, as Llama says. Well, hello Llama, welcome in. As Llama says, it's my what is it? My Twitch affiliate anniversary. I mean, that's a reach, innit? That is a reach. Bucky Lucra, welcome in. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful thing for you to celebrate as well. The 4K camera looks immense, by the way. I have you on a whole monitor in full screen. It's crisp as anything. Thank you, Llama. Thank you. I mean, unfortunately, I can't do anything about this. This is my face, and my face in 4K is probably a little bit. It's daunting. It should come with some sort of warning, really, to be honest. That's why you have to stream after 9 o'clock, because the watershed's on, and it will scare young people. So yeah, this is the thing. So yeah, we are a bit more higher definition than we were previously. And you know what? We might as well spend the real money, because in Football Manager world, we have no money. We're not allowed to spend money because we've got a transfer ban. Remember that whole 16-month transfer ban for going professional? How's it worked out? You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad at all, I think, because we're 5th at the minute. Look at this. 14 matches played, 6 wins, 6 draws, only 2 defeats. There's only Nishtan and Yarrow have lost 2 games as well. We have a +8 goal difference, which is pretty incredible for us. 24 points, so we're 7 points off the top, but we're only 4 points off that playoff spot, which... Try not to get myself a little bit too ahead of myself at this moment in time, but we've got 5 games left of the regular season before we split into what I think is going to be the European and the playoff brackets. So I'm sorry, not the European brackets, the playoff brackets. I should say, sorry, because we're in the second division. We're not in the top division yet, so no European football for us. Although technically we are playing European football because we're in Finland, so that is European, really. So we're in Europe by default. Yay! And yeah, overall, we're doing all right. The transfer ban is going to hit us pretty hard because we can't sign any more players in this transfer window coming up. We can't sign any more players in the transfer window coming up next. After that, it will be a year from now. This is we're now going to be a year on. So we have what we have. The youth intake looks abysmal. I mean, that's what we've got to look forward to. We can't buy any players, and that is what is coming through. This Llama, this is a youth-only save, but we've shut the schools. So I don't really see what we're going to do at this point. I can't see a positive way out of it. Naturally, I'll just say it's fine, and we'll work around it, but... I mean, it looks a bit. It looks very TJ, doesn't it? It looks very very TJ. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, everyone. Then as to what we do with that, because there's not a lot we can do, and of course we can still lose players as well. So anybody that comes in can still leave, like a Shaman tribute band. Yes, that's exactly it. And I am just literally looking around now thinking, okay, we got 15, well, about £1,000 a week left in wages. We probably can still lock a couple of players down. So Lepisto, for example, has now got himself fit, so we'll give him a contract. We don't want him to walk away. A bit like Craig David. So let's him do that. Can he do 250 maybe? teeny tiny little saving at that point. So we got him locked down. Rahimi, of course, is our star man. He has a contract until next year. Yeah, we can't let him leave under any circumstances whatsoever. Thankfully, our next match, we're playing Mariheim, who are top of the league. So that's going to be good. That's going to be good. We have Otto Jan in the reserves, who's 43. If it wasn't for the fact that we couldn't sign players, he'd be cut. He would be gone by now, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Nika Vesternainen, they reckon, could be better than our current goalkeeper, but that only takes him to the 3rd division standard, potentially. So, I'm quite worried about that. Maybe he can leave after all. So, yeah, we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Like, ultimately, we're expected to finish mid-table according to the board. The media say the same as well, and therefore, I think if we can, Vesternainen decides he wants to stay. If we can actually achieve that mid-table, then I would class that as a success this year. Like, if we can just steady the ship, next year is the big one. Next year is the big one. This is when we have to think, do we stay or do we move on? Because I guess with some people, when it comes to these sorts of journeyman saves, they jump every couple of years, or they let themselves move whenever someone comes in for them. I guess that's like a popular way of doing it as well. I have no preconceived notions or ideas about how this is going to work. Like, I'm not sort of sitting going, oh, it has to be done this way. For me, I'm not fussed. Like, whatever happens. We're telling stories here, really. So yeah, so whatever comes through, we'll make our mind up at that point. Still enjoying the change of skiing. The change of skiing or the change of scenery, Wheelspin? Yeah, I am. For me, this is all good. Like, I do like the Finnish league. It suits me well. It suits me. What happens next, though? Who knows? The change of skin. You know what? Yes, I am. I am enjoying the change of skin, actually. We have changed it up. For those people who are now unaware, we're on the WTCS gold skin. We used to use and we have used the SAS skin for pretty much for a couple of years now, I think. And I quite like this WTCS. It's sort of the hybrid between SAS and Musterman. So it's a little bit of both. There's obviously all the pizza charts are in there, which we know are in the SAS skin as well, but you can't really see them because they're usually behind my head when you're streaming. So we can't see the pizza charts. WTCS puts them a little bit more in front view. Plus, this also has attributes, which of course Musterman skin doesn't. And lots of people like to see attributes, so I can't really feel as though I could stream a full attributeless save. Plus, I don't understand the data enough to do a full attributeless save. Not that should be what holds me back, of course, because it would just be entertaining, wouldn't it? It would just be fun watching me try and flail around, trying to work out how that all works. But we should say a shout out to Musterman, by the way, because he was here for a recruitment stream, and we're going to get another one in at some point when we're allowed to recruit again, because who knows when that's going to be. He's not coming back at the end of the season, because there's no point coming back to go, oh, here's a lot of players you can't sign. That's us 1-0 down to the league leaders. Set piece goal after 9 minutes. Ideally, we should be better there, shouldn't we? Ball's come in. It's a big, strong header, though. So, fine. Okay. No problem. Wheel spin. Why don't you use a skin llama? Well, technically, he does. The default skin is a skin of its own. Bakary Traore is injured now, right? Lepisto can go on the wing. I think the the thing is, I think finding a skin that does everything you want. And how long have we had FM24 for now? Like 16 months or something? 15 months? Even now, finding a skin that does everything you want is just not really possible. Because everyone wants something that's slightly individual. I'm not entirely sure what I want out of a skin. Musterman and I actually had a conversation a while back about doing a FM show or even a TJFM collab skin. And Musterman was going to try and work it for us, but then that conversation sort of died a death when FM25 was on the horizon, because nobody knew what was going to happen at that point. Plus, you got to wait to see what the UI looks like on FM25 and then work out from there as to, what changes would need to be made. So we sort of shelved it, but I wonder whether or not there's any scope in revisiting that or not. I don't really know if there is, really. I think we just let Musterman just keep doing his fantastic thing. No, FM25 is not happening at all. Wheelspin, it's been completely canned. That's what they've said. The next game will be FM26. Oh, what a miss! What a miss! Yeah, there will be no such thing as FM25. So for those people who are very particular, and that's the polite way of putting it, very particular about the number and the order that their games go in, then there will not be a one that says FM25. You can't say. Have you missed it? Yeah, you might have missed it, Wheelspin. It was quite big news a few weeks back. Yeah, but what you've done there though is you've proven right there that it's only big news if you're looking for that sort of news. Yeah, and I think we can get swept up a little bit in our sort of content creator bubble and sort of podcasts and YouTube and Twitch world. Exactly, Lama. Yeah, only big news on Twitter because the general public, they either didn't know or didn't care. Which I think is probably the best way to be, really. There was a lot of hot wind blown around by a few people being like, I want my game. And some people were like, look, just chill out, it's just a game. It's fine. There's other things happening in the world that's far more important. But it's not more important to me. And that's what they complained about. And I was like, right, fine, whatever. Deal with it, move on. I mean, the real victims of this were people who have podcasts who have to try and talk about Football Manager for another God knows how long with nothing to talk about. So, hence why we're in a brand new save. Yeah. Obviously, that's completely tongue-in-cheek, by the way. People who have podcasts should not have been considered as anybody with a problem or a concern at this point. They do not feel bad for people like that. We knew what we were getting up to when we started a podcast. People were rational. They were very rational, Dan. Yeah. Weren't they just? And you know what? I think we've just about come to terms with it now. Just about. You know what? What I can do? I can do this though, can't I? I can. Right. Shall I show you this? So this is what we've been doing while FM25 is not happening, and this is what we'll be doing going forward. Is we're adding something new. Okay, so because we're doing something different Sundays, we're going to try and put an extra YouTube channel out. Okay, and it's going to be the streams from Sunday nights. So at the minute they are the City Skyline streams from what, about a month ago now. which we should be back on City Skylines on Sunday, I am going to start doing some other bits and bobs of games. We've got some creators interested in showing me how to play new games as well. So I've got the United City Kev is going to show me how to play Minecraft. So we'll do that on stream on one of the Sundays. We'll have like a little Minecraft stream, and then we'll put that up on the gaming channel. I've got F1 Manager as well. I've picked that up, and I was tempted to maybe have a little go at that tonight, but maybe I was like, no, like, stay on this one, get this done. So got that. I'm actually having a conversation with Murph right now, actually, about WWE as well. So there's definitely some other stuff to try and do. You and Cole's other streamers is great, good vibes. You know what, Wheelspin? I love that. Thank you very much for that comment and that feedback, because that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to be chilled. I wanted it to be because games are fun, right? Video games are fun, and I mentioned this when I got fed up with the Pentagon challenge. I was like, right, you know what? I'm not doing it because I was getting myself stressed and wound up about it, and I was like, video games just need to be fun. So hence why we're here doing a Journeyman save right now. So there's no subscribers on the gaming channel at the minute. So if anybody wants to subscribe to it, feel free to do it. I mean, much appreciated. And I'll populate it as much as I can. It'll probably be like stream VODs. But if we do end up at some point with some other bits and pieces as well, maybe like, I don't know, like the kids. Right, so hang on. I'm going to question this before we go any further, okay? Several players feel that the squad is lacking sufficient quality in depth. Do they know that we've got a transfer ban? Do we know that we have a 16-month global transfer ban? Have I not mentioned it to these players at all? Like, were they not surprised when the transfer window closed and nothing had really changed? Do you know what I mean? Like, are these people, like, what's wrong with these people? Gaffer, I've got a slight concern. We haven't brought any really good players in. All right, lads, I've got a slight concern. I'm not allowed to sign anybody for 16 months. So this is what we've got. What do you want? What do you want? I've got no idea. Feel free to click that, by the way, because that might be quite useful for the end of season video. Can you get loans and a transfer ban? Not allowed a thing. Not allowed a thing, Wheelspin. We are stuffed. And you know what? It's not even an option. There's not even an option to say we have a transfer ban. Like, right, Sports Interactive, I'm sorry. but maybe you might want to put that as an option. Okay? To go, would love to sign someone, but we're not allowed. Because what's going to happen here is I'm going to say, we can't do anything. And that's probably going to upset them. So our season is now probably going to go on a downturn. Right. Okay. I don't think we need to. The squad is perfectly adequate for my needs. We need sufficient quality at centre-back, and we need it now. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Mohammed, we definitely do. I'm only doing what is best for the team. Right now, that means maintaining the balance of the squad, not risking potential upsets caused by newcomers. I think most of the players have my back. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's a great atmosphere. Don't spoil it. With respect, I don't care for the opinions of the rest of the squad. With the players, I'm just being stubborn. Yeah. If I really cared, I'd find a way around this. Right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to sign a new centre-back. And by sign a new centre-back, I mean one of you is going to get a new haircut. And we're going to change your name. Right, okay? That's what we're going to do. I look to delve into the transfer market before too long. I'm happy with the quality of the players already at the club and want to give opportunities to younger players. That's what I could do. That's what I could do. Yeah, I could offer opportunities to younger players who, unfortunately, are going to be gash. Get super angry, kick a chair. Could use the promise. You should, in theory, get more time after the promise being broken because of the ban. I don't think the game's that smart to figure that out, Matty. There's a great atmosphere. Right, let's see about the younger players. Okay, oh, they're fine with that. They're all right. They're okay with that. Have we managed to... Right, now I can escalate this and kick off another thing. How dare you question me? Right, that's positive. Okay, we've looked out there a little bit. Develop players to play at centre-back. We've got a year to just put somebody in the... Right, we've got a year to put a youngster into the first team. Okay? Right, okay. So where were we? Sorry, yes. So we're talking about the extra channel, weren't we? So yeah, if anyone does want to subscribe to that, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. We'll put videos and streams up as and when we can. The thing I was going to say, it's another injury to a first teamer. I mean, they're all first teamers, obviously. One thing I was going to say is that the kids have started doing the kids have actually started doing YouTube in a way, because so when we buy them Pokemon cards, right, they obviously watch a lot of YouTube videos and Pokemon stuff, so they've now asked to film their Pokemon cards and their openings. So they open packs. So I've got like a camera, I've got like a sort of a thing up here, like a tripod up here that can put my phone on there, so I'll record top down, and they've technically made some pack opening videos. You don't see their faces, you know, and I don't think you hear their voice. I think I've muted the microphones. So yeah, there might end up being some of their Pokemon pack openings might end up on the gaming channel as well. Right, Zabindin wants to play more games. I'm just going to ignore him for now, because that's sort of my the only thing I can do at this point. Actually, maybe say, look, you know, right, there you can get some time when it's ready. Jameson's toy reviews. Oh, 100% Llama. We could do that. I was talking with Rich Owens. We can get rocket drones as well. We might do, actually. I was talking with Rich Owens the other day because Mattel are bringing Mask back out. They're re-releasing all the Mask toys. So Rich and I had a little bit of a reminisce on that. And we both spoke about, and I've spoken about this on stream before, that I almost bought a Castle Grayskull to sit there on the back there where my day job desk is. I was going to put a Castle Grayskull there. It was only 40 quid. I should have done it, shouldn't I? I should have bought a Castle Grayskull. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go and get a Castle Grayskull. I don't need a Castle Grayskull. I don't. Free transfer deadlines in 1 week. Excellent. Good. Sure, all those teams that are struggling with players will be thinking, oh, good, just a week. I'm going to attend the recruitment meeting just out of interest. Right, who have you got? Oh yeah, you have. You've actually got one player recommended. Fine. Oh, there's a couple there. I mean, well done. Well done, scouts, for wasting everyone's time. Should have seen Richard's stream last night. The game was playing was great. Oh, I watched it. I watched the VOD. I went back and watched, not all of the VOD, but I watched like a fair bit of it. It looks class. It looks really, really class. Very funny. Very funny indeed. I love the thumb it in. I was laughing to myself at that. So that was good. But yeah, no, it looks an interesting game, and I think that's, again, we mentioned there, it's all about something different, isn't it? It's all about doing something different, doing something fun, and just not sticking with the same thing. And I think we can't just stick at the same thing anymore now. Like, too many people have proven too many times that if all you do is Football Manager, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I did mess around with something earlier. Okay. Sorry, just chatting away to myself. Turns out I've knackered up the Discord alert. Did the Discord alert not go off for the live? That's fine. It's probably for the best, to be honest. There we go. Let's just see if that... So, let me just... Evening A15, welcome. Yeah, that's fair enough. In that case, I've tried to adjust something in the background, and it's not work. Why am I doing things like this? Why am I trying to make things fancier and slicker and sleeker? What I did is I saw Work the Space had a thing in his Discord about how he had customized alerts so that, because I don't want to ping everybody all the time. Like I think the whole like at everyone becomes really draining after a while. So I kind of want to try and limit the everyone at. And I saw that Work the Space has here's a message, right? Okay, like if you click, you react to that, then it gives you like a Twitch notification or it gives you a YouTube notification, and then it doesn't just flood you into the everyone's. So I was like, oh, maybe I can try and work out how to do that. And he's got the same Discord bot that I've got. So I said, right, I'll play around with that. And I shouldn't have started playing around with that because that led me to things going wrong. So, and I know it can mute all the notifications, but you shouldn't have to. Like, and I feel as though we probably do give. There is probably quite a lot that comes on my Discord with alerts. So sorry, I admit to using bots. I knew it. Oh no, damn it. Yeah. Moral of the story is don't touch anything. That's it, Dan. Yeah, and that's always the moral of the story. Do not touch anything. Always have your hands where people can see them. Yes, I do use bots, Llama. And it's it's my secret shame, I'm afraid. And fake can get the fakest of all engagements. It's I'm a charlatan, an absolute charlatan. And as I've said tonight, I've clearly admitted to playing games that aren't Football Manager. So, what on earth am I doing? Oh, penalty. I clearly don't like Football Manager at all. I've clearly only done this for the money. Of which there is very little, by the way. Just in case anyone's remotely interested in working out how much money you make from this. Not lots. Oh, speaking of which, though, I've got a gig next week. An actual stand-up gig. So it looks like that tour thing might happen. I don't think the two are interlinked. Where did the app go wrong? That's our second penalty. Oh, for God's sake! There we go. It's just pinged there now. Good. It's all worked. Oh, where did it all go wrong? Well, let me tell you a story, Ian. Many, many years ago, there was this young whippersnapper of a man called Tony Jameson, and he was wide-eyed. He was full of the joys of life. A joie de vivre, some would say he had. He had dreams. He had opportunities. He probably had a problem with alcohol, to be honest, but he was going places. He had a blue Renault Clio. He was going to go places. Oh dear. But all of that changed. In the click of some fingers and a twist of a fringe. He ended up becoming a stand-up comedian. 15 years of his life, that stand-up comedian held him, offering him potential. Said, you'll make it, you're going to go places, you're going to go far. And he travelled the world. Well, he travelled across the UK and did a couple of gigs in Northern Ireland. And then his loving partner, the wonderful Mrs. J, who will be played by Mrs. J in this story. She said that what would be lovely would be if they could consider settling down and starting a family. And our hero in this story, TJ, said that sounds like a good idea. Does Mrs. J get to pick who plays me? Oh yeah. Ryan Reynolds apparently plays me. So, and she says we should probably settle down and buy a house. And I was like, well, that's great, but they don't give comedians mortgages. And she went, well, you should probably get a job then. So I did. I went and got a 9-to-5, and I got quite good at that. I was like, fine, I'll just do that for a bit. And then the youngest Jameson turned up, and that was fantastic. We had him, and it was great, and we bought the house, and then youngest, so eldest Jameson turned up, then youngest Jameson turned up, then a global pandemic hit, and then we were here. I don't fully understand how we got to this part, but there's a brief potted summary. These lights are bright, aren't they? Your money's on Dean Gaffney. Everyone's money's on Dean Gaffney, Llama. For everything. Dean Gaffney's money's on Dean Gaffney, but usually like as if it's like a pool table. Dean Gaffney puts 50 pence on himself just for the next goal. This is an appalling result here, by the way. 3-0 down. Lord alone knows what we're going to do to change it. We might as well try and go with 3 up top, shall we? Why not? Go wide, shall we? And whack some crosses in. Ian George, welcome in, welcome in. Precious T, by the way, 16 months on the resub, very kind, thank you very much for that. And Jason, Calisphere Jason, over on YouTube as well. Yes, we do have to buy the Castle Grayskull and show it off at every chance you get. I think he's right. George says, happy affiliate anniversary. I mean, it is nice. Thank you, George. Thank you. I'd like... We were almost at the height of our Twitch powers. We were almost at partner numbers. Well, we got partner numbers once. And after that, we narrowly missed out. But fear not, everyone. It's not what we're here for, is it? We're just here. We're here for a good time. Bit of vibes, bit of fun. We're here to ignore the fact that we're losing 3-0 to a team who are just above the relegation zone. Bring the iconic look back. Right, well, we haven't got links in the chat, but I'm presuming that's a link to an old haircut of mine. I would bring it back if I could. If I thought I could get away with it. I mean, I couldn't get away with it back then, but... I mean, when the early 2000s revival comes back in a couple of years, and everyone starts dressing like emos again, I'll probably try and do it. I'll be like mid-50s at that point. It'll be class. Send the link. Dan, just use Google. Like, do you know what I mean? So look, the screen was 2007. It probably was. It probably was 2007. You know, and I would have only been... I'd have been 27 at the time, so I think it's perfectly fine to have that sort of haircut. Into Turku next. Oh, people might be interested as well to know that we have made initial inquiries about the annual FM show, podcast show live. Evening, Murph. How are we, buddy? Everyone's getting the affiliate anniversary thing in there. Hello, Murph. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Welcome in to the stream. Yeah, if you're not following Murph, I've not shouting out Llama yet as well, but sorry, everyone. So there's Murph. Right, big shout for Murph. There's our friend Llama, obviously, as well. Just waiting until more people turn up, Llama, so you get some more love. There you go, everybody. I think that'll be nice, won't it? There you go. Go and give Murph and Llama some love, please. Both wonderful people. But yes, as I say, we have made the initial inquiries of how to get the FM show podcast live locked in again. It will be November again, and it'll be Nottingham again. So we've got that locked down. Oh, well, the date will be agreed, I think, in the next couple of days. And then with that is, well, probably should tell you, I asked for, I did ask for a date for the sequel to Football Manager Ruined My Life as well. So I figured, you know what, let's see if I can get a date for that. And they'll give me a date for that, because it was one of the first places that show actually happened. So we'll get that booked in. Plus we've got some conversations with Murph to go on. Murph's going to try and book us a tour. So in fact, he's not going to try and book us a tour. We're going to book a tour. We'll get it done. Evening, Harry. Hello, pal. How are we? Pleasure to see you, my friend. George, are the rumours true the FM show will do a European tour? I mean, if there's places that want us, we'll will certainly come. Yeah, we obviously have to try and work out how we make that happen. But yeah, at the minute, who knows? Who knows? There's lots and lots of time left. Well, unless, of course, World War III starts then. Then probably not. We probably won't go on tour at that point. But if it doesn't, then yes, we'll certainly have that conversation about it. And I think that'll be good. We'll have a call next week and get planning. Yes, good shout, Murph. Definitely, we'll put that in. And then obviously I'll finish the conversation I've got going on with you in the messages at the moment as well. So see, this is the look behind the curtain that you lot want, isn't it? That everyone wants to see. Going, oh, do these people actually talk to each other? Are they friends in real life? Yes, we are. We are. Got loads of things being planned actually in the future. Let me remind. Let me quickly. Sorry. Right. Yeah. Sorry. We booked a podcast guest on the last show, and I'm just making sure that the dates definitely work because I had to move. We had to move something. So there you go. Many conversations at the minute about many ventures. Yeah, ventures, not ventures, ventures. Many conversations about people called venters as well. But yeah, FM having players, having friends, a new thing. It is. We're trying something out, Mr. Life. Trying it out. Tony Hawk locked in. I take it. Maybe. My lips are sealed on that one. I do have a. I didn't realise, but I do have an in with Tony Hawk. that pleased me a lot. I was just like, oh shit! All right, okay. That's not actually off the table. So yeah, we'll see what we do going forward. Am I a full-time creator or do I have other revenue streams? Oh, no, honestly, this is just a part-time gig for me. Will spin. I've got a proper job. I've got a 9 to 5, and pre-pandemic I was a stand-up comedian for 15 years, but that obviously took a little bit of curtailing during the pandemic. Is it coming back? Maybe. Well, we're talking about maybe coming back for a tour. So let's see. JM Thoughts is in the house as well. Hello, JM. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. What is a proper job? A proper job is something that just fulfills the bills, pays that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just. I'm now a sit-down comedian. Oh God. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. If I go on tour unironically tracking down former Wonder Kids for interviews, that would be fun. That has been discussed previously. Again, there's loads of things that were discussed back in the day before, things all changed and the world became different. There was discussions about writing a book. One of that would have been about talking to ex-players. So maybe. Who knows? I'm an FM influencer. I don't know. That term. Maybe I am, Mr. Life. And if I am, I appreciate you for saying that. The term influencer doesn't quite sit right with me because I don't really think that anybody listens to a word I say, and they shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't, because I talk a load of rubbish. Nobody should listen to a word I say. So yeah, the influencer thing feels like a weird thing to say. But thank you though. I'll certainly take it. I'll certainly take it. Could Tony Hawk remake with Tony Hawk for a stream? Oh, like what? Like comedian Tony Hawk mixes with skateboarder Tony Hawk. Maybe is professional waffler more important, more appropriate? Yeah, I mean just general. Yeah, like I do like training and stuff, and training and learning and development. So in a sense, it's all just performance, isn't it? Really, and it is generally waffling. So yeah, that's play to your strengths, innit? And if talking's your strength, just play at that. So I do that one. Who's the most famous comedian that's been in the same room as me? Depends on who you define as the most famous. Because like, I mean, you know, is Kevin Bridges more or less famous than Sarah Millican? Are they more or less famous than Ross Noble? Are they more or less famous than Michael McIntyre, Hannibal Buress? I mean, I guess, you know, like now, again, it depends upon, you know, Paul Smith, Adam Rowe. I'm trying to think of my mates who are now massive, like Ian Sterling. The thing is, everyone's really, really good. Ramesh. These are all like mates that have gone on to become superstar comedians. So yeah, ones you've heard of. We've all shared a green room together. Joel Dommett. So my strength is fixing roofs. I do probably talk too much when I'm on a job site. That's fine. Like if your strength is fixing roofs and you're a roofer, then I think you've played that well. Do you know what I mean? You've definitely worked that to your advantage, and just, you know, make sure, because not everyone can get the job with the strengths. If you can engineer it so that you can work to your strengths, then I think you've done well for yourself. Llama, I've been in a room with Jerry Seinfeld. I paid $100, as did 3,000 other people, but I wasn't in a room with him. I mean, in a sense, we were all in a room with Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah? Does me watching Kevin Hart live count? We're in the same room. Yeah, see? Murph's already looked at the way around it. Yeah, you were definitely in a room. Definitely in a room. Your family have been roofers for 60... Well, you're born into roofing then. It was in your blood. Stand-up comedy, not in my family's... not in my family's blood. What's that bloody comedian from North East? No. I don't know why they were all from Yorkshire. Didn't have a choice. That sounded like you were held at gunpoint. You will be a fucking roofer. And if you don't, we'll have to make you leave the family. Did I know Russell Brand? And if so, was he a knob up close too? I've never met Russell Brand, but the rumours about him being a knobhead apparently are true. So... Llama, me, Steve Sidwell and a Renault Clio tracking down Mark Kerr. What a show that would be. It's a 0-0 against Inter Turku here. Oh, blocked. I was going to say 0-0, then all of a sudden then they get an effort. And it's like, oh, great. Right. What can we do to change things up? Do we play for the draw? I think we might do, you know. Bit of a dying tradition, keeping the family business alive. Yeah. Oh, respect for it. You know, everyone needs roofs. They're very popular. I can't see people deciding to get rid of them. So, you know what I mean? Job for life right there. Obviously, jokes on me if, you know, people do now suddenly go, you know what? No, we We're getting rid of roofs altogether. Oh, it's another penalty, man. Right. That's not... We were being, you know, holding our own. But that second place was still only 6 points away. So... Imagine having no roofs in Yorkshire. It would be freezing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It'd be lovely. I mean, we've been outplayed by Turkey, haven't we? Can we get... you know, have... How about Mido? Top corner. Top corner. Oh! Get in. There you go. Right, you can play the next match, Mido. I know you've been saying that you haven't been playing enough because Madianga is much, much better than you and you're 37. But you know what? 37-year-old legs can do that. Pick it out. Go on. Get the ball away. Get it away. Oof. Oof. It's away, it's away. Right, oh, we've got the ball again. Here's Traore. Good cross. Into nobody. Oh, hang on. Rahimi, he's got a bit of magic about him. Oh, Fagerstrom. Nearly. Laxonen. Corner. We've got time wasting on though, so it's fine. Don't want to do anything silly. They just cut the highlight off. I mean, maybe we won the header. Who knows? 1-1. I'll take a look at the XG. 2.67. Ours 0.81. I'll take that. Take a 1-1 draw. That keeps us 4 points behind Nistan. They've got a game in hand though. Mejeda, Laxonen, who's a left back as well. So both of our left backs have now are now suspended. Honestly, this game it sort of takes the piss a little bit, doesn't it? Just gonna have a little bit of a nosy just to see what's around because might start to get concerned. Nothing. It's gonna be fine. Find all the players. No, you can't find the players because look, they've got yellow cards. They're gonna pick up yellow cards as they go through. It's far from ideal, but you know. It shows they're getting involved. That's the way I've got to look at it. Yeah. And say they mean business. The Mido can go in. Can you find the players outside of the code of conduct? For what, Matty? Like for their internet history or for wearing bad trainers? I think you can only really find them in the game for stuff that you can find them in the game for. So like suspensions, red cards, unprofessional behaviour, that sort of thing. I don't think that you can. Yeah, I don't think you can be like, oh yeah, you know, you've set a bad example to people. Oh yeah, you dressed badly. You were late for the Christmas party. Don't fancy managing Iran? No. No. Nope, not really. Nistan have lost. That's good. Do you have any money at all to put in the scouting budget? I mean, to be honest, the scouting budget, again, it's sort of irrelevant, really, because we've got another year before we can buy players, so like it's not really going to matter in the grand scheme of things. We'd be better off putting that minuscule transfer budget into wages and making sure that everyone's on a contract. But like even then, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Well, I was going to say I wouldn't say that all these players are worth a contract. They are, because if they leave, then we have no more players. You know, in a year's time, those players' contracts should be ending. They could be, but in a year's time, we could be somewhere else. We could be miles away. We could be on a beach sipping coconuts. I mean, in a sense, it would be nice to actually get the scouts to do something. You know, make them actually work for their money. The problem is, I think that there's only like sort of one or two people who I think are even worthy of a contract. How many leagues have I got loaded up? We've got a few. I'll show you what we've got. And obviously we can add and change as we go through. So we've got Australia, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech, Egypt, Finland, Iceland, Indonesia, Japan, Poland, Romania, Serbia, and South Korea. And we'll move nations in and out, and as we go along, mix things up a little bit. But I left all the big leagues out first of all because I was like, I'd rather go and manage places where we've not been before for a bit, and then if the save ends up where we have to go back into mainland Europe, then fine. Like, but if not, let's just have a bit of fun without, you know, certainly not having to consider the Premier League, unless Sunderland get there and there's a Champions League final. Then, you know, not that that's going to happen, obviously. That's another injury, another to the right back again. Carla Lindberg's available for a transfer, a contract, is he? I mean, it's nice. I just want to see just how bad this youth intake is. Obviously, I've got to try and just keep all these members of staff as well, because I don't think we can bring other members of staff in. I've given him £1 a week. Brilliant. Ian Rich, how are you, buddy? Do we all remember the days we used to go clubbing on Fridays and now we hang about on FM streams? Yeah. Weird life, right? Weird life. Yeah, I spent my early part of the week running, listening to the new Monkey. So that's very, very different. Raheemi's out for 6 weeks. That could be the end of his season. Bugger. Evening, Andrew. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Not sure if anyone saw the podcast episode this week, by the way, that came out yesterday. If you have, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. hear your thoughts on should FM get its competitive edge back again in terms of competitions, because they were all sort of dominated a little bit by the creator scene, and they were a bit closed doors, if I'm honest. So, you know, could FM do with opening its door a little bit wider to the to everybody? You missed the FM Super League. There was an FM World Cup. There was, and that's sort of what made the discussion happen, really, because obviously Aaron was part of that World Cup. I ran the playoffs, which may or may not be making a return. I don't think I've said too much just now, have I? Roadhouse, I hope you're doing well. Great podcast this week with Steve Sidwell the week before. Thank you, Roadhouse. Very kind. The Steve Sidwell one was good. If you haven't listened to that, go and check that one out as well. The discussion had me think about a much larger scale. See, I'm glad about that, Andrew, because when I was talking about it, your name was sort of like someone I had in my head about. You're the sort of person who would love ranking these people, like, and organising the stats and the data. I ran the playoffs as a strong statement when Jeb's not in the stream. Oh yeah. When he's not here, I ran it. When he's here, I was one of the core runners of the of the playoffs. But to be honest, it was Lama that held it together. He was the actual voice of the thing. Yeah, Jebru was the production mastermind. I was just the fella who sat in the middle and did all the talking. I've got a concept, it needs buy-in and consent of the community. Well, yeah, consent definitely. Not like the old rankings. Oh, this sounds needlessly complicated. Explain it to me high level, stat, Andrew, and then or ping me a message as to explaining it. Because I think there should be a very just an open tournament, like either whether it's like 1-on-1s. 1v1, and then leading into a draft towards the end. That would be quite good, but it doesn't have to be streamed. It doesn't have to be broadcast. And I think that's what a lot of the Streamer Showdown, the playoffs, the Super League, the Road to Legends. Obviously the emphasis was on streamers and creators, and as you know, as I keep saying loads and loads of times, that's only like the 0.01% of the player base of FM. So it is a little bit limiting. So I was just curious as to whether there could be a little more something for everybody. I haven't listened to the podcast yet, says Rach. We'll offer a perspective. FM can be broken by extreme tactics. That's not good for genuine competition. It's not intelligence, tactical test like chess. That was a point that was discussed. And I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Once you know that it can be done, everyone's going to do it. So, at that point, you've got a choice to make. You either do it yourself or you don't. And James making a great point here, which is sort of like where I was coming from. That I don't want a competitive world. Aaron does, because Aaron's by nature competitive, and you know, he loved being in the World Cup and he was desperate to win the World Cup, because why wouldn't you be? But for me, I think I wouldn't be entering a tournament that was competitive. I don't even think I'd be entering a tournament that was just for fun. I haven't got the time for it, but like, if I was to do it, I'd be sort of like being a bit more semi-serious, bit of a playoffsy maybe. Some people take it seriously, some people took the playoffs too seriously. But I was very much a case of, look, if you're not going to win, lose the best. That's the way that I see it. But yeah, some people took things a little bit too seriously, and that's the problem. You know, if you're making it for entertainment, it's got to be entertaining. It can't just be, you know, it can't just be like a constant pause-a-thon. That's no one wants to watch that. You know, a tournament full of unknown people will be much less enjoyable to watch. Oh, 100%, George, 100%. Yeah, that's why I was like, you shouldn't be streamed. Like, it shouldn't be a streamed thing. And this is why I feel really bad about this. Handball! When you'll occasionally get like a comment from someone going like, oh, can you like sort of like have smaller creators or smaller streamers and like recommend them and put them on the podcast and stuff. And I'm like, no. Like, it's the same in comedy. Like, people say, oh, I love going watching the new comedians. And you see like 10 comedians for £2. And you're like, you don't love seeing those comedians. You love the idea that you can tell someone in 10 years' time you saw them when it cost you £2. But you can't enjoy 10 new comedians more than 3 actual comedians. Surely you can't. Because if you did enjoy that, then you would watch amateur telly all the time. You don't. Like, you don't watch student films as opposed to going to the cinema. Do you? Like, it's just not true. You know, you don't watch non-league football. You don't. You know, you turn the Premier League off and go, I'd rather watch non-league. Thank you very much. Like, no. If you want competitive tournaments, how about as a rule they have to use the tactics and the tactic creator, no adjustments other than mentality. Again, the problem is, Rich, and I'm with you on this. And this is sort of what I was trying to argue with on the podcast. The second you add an element of competition, so say there's a prize, right, or a title, if you can be deemed to be the best at something, everyone, 99% of people are going to try and do something to give themselves an advantage. Like, they're going to look for any exploit that they can do that will give them the marginal gains. And that's like, I guess it's human nature. Is it fun? I personally wouldn't do that, but I know that the vast majority of people probably would. Can you stop them using download tactics? No. Can you stop them using the corner technique? No. Can you stop them using the long throws? No. Everyone knows they're going to use it, so you've kind of got to find a way to counteract it. We had loads in the playoffs one year where everybody was using strikerless because nobody learned how to defend against it. And as soon as someone worked out how to defend against it, other people just watched it and went, all right, yeah, that's how you stop it. And people stopped using strikerless because it wasn't as effective. But everyone will use the meta. Everyone will use the game breaking tactics, because people will look at it and they're going to try and win. That's what it is. So at that point, they'll use whatever they can do to get a win. I won't. I'd rather lose trying my best. You know? And if my best's good enough, great. If it's not, then fine. Have I had fun? Yeah, all right. I guess the thing as well is if it's unofficial, so say like we were running it, the FM show, we wouldn't be sitting in the match, in everyone's matches. If it's like an open tournament where you've got, for argument's sake, 100 games happening at once, there's no way we would have 100 people sitting in the matches nudging the players along for taking the piss for the amount of pausing, checking that their tactics weren't downloaded. Like, you know, it would just be a honours system, which honours system doesn't work because nobody's going to be that. Well, some people will be, but you know, not everybody. Yeah, I don't know. Some ideas are worth discussing, and some ideas are certainly not worth continuing with the plan. So my thought with the whole situation was, it doesn't need to be competitive, but I can see where Aaron's coming from, that he would want it to be. JM, I run a community draft. It's very closed. It's just for people in the community. We do it last minute with silly rules with a focus on having fun. Sometimes people ask to join training for a tournament. I have to say it's not what it's about. If someone wins 3 in the bounce, we've handicapped them. Yeah. Yeah. It's like everything in it, you know. I like FM. It's a single player. Making my own challenge is my favourite thing to do. That's fine, Mr. Life. That makes complete sense. But I think some people obviously want to kind of take it to the next level and go, it doesn't have to be It doesn't have to be a single player. It could be multiplayer. And how do you make multiplayer work? I think as long as everyone's on the same page, then there's nothing to be concerned about. But yeah, you can't keep an eye on everybody, sadly, can you? Ian Rougeau, welcome in. Rich, Journeyman City mixed challenge. Every player is out of position. Haaland at centre back, Rodri at left, deep line forward, Grealish wing back. Apologies for being late. Rougeau, never apologise for being late. You don't need to apologise. Had an assessment in the hospital. That's the bit. Like, I hope you're all right. Hope you're well. If you've been at the hospital, don't come rushing about to us. We're fine. Dan's holding the fort together. And if he's not, Lama's here to tell us all to be better. So Lama's keeping us in check. Evening, Gad. How are we, buddy? Welcome. But be better, please. I'm trying, Lama. I feel there's a metaphorical stick. Metaphorical, obviously. Imagine if Tony was like, it's not good enough, how dare you go to the hospital? yeah. You're not getting paid, Rougeau, so don't you dare think that your health comes before this. Right? This is why I took the alert off Discord, just to see who was actually going to be paying attention. Yeah. Turns out we do need the Discord alert after all. So yeah, don't mute the everyone's. When I grow up, I want to be as good as TJ. Nobody wants that. My kids don't even say that, which is understandable given the fact they see me on a day-to-day basis. Oh, you were assessing them? Okay, fair enough. Oh, well, in that case, sounds a lot like someone's just talked themselves out of an excuse. Yeah. Right, championship matches. Yarpsh, Micheli, Maranheim, Turku, Nishtan, Yarrow, JJK, KPV, and Salpo. Is that everybody? We get to play everybody for the final. Interesting. Right. We're now expected to finish 8th, so we're actually overperforming. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's a good point, MCJ. Going, are you supposed to assess people at the hospital, or is it just? I'm not meant to, but you know, just figured I might as well. No, Rougeau doing fantastic work. It's a new scheme they're trying. You get a second opinion from a random person. Well, some people say that the NHS is on its knees, but not when you just got random people turning up going, I'll give it a go. Wasn't random people turning up in Rishi Sunak's idea. I think it was, yeah, I think that was a thing, wasn't it? They're prescribing comedy now. Oh, I know. Like, you've got to be, like, how bad must life be if you're, you know, you're depressed or whatever. You finally booked up the courage to go to comedy and be like, you know, to go to the doctors and be like, right, you know, look, I'm really struggling at the minute. You know, just wondering what you can do to help get me on the mend. And they go, oh, what we're going to do is we're going to send TJ around to crack a few jokes. I mean, that would be the worst for everybody. It'd be horrible. MCG, I'm off to have open heart surgery in the morning. Oh, mate, well, good luck with that one. Yeah, you get yourself some rest, mate. You don't want to be mucking around here. Best of luck for it. Hopefully it's all fine. I would have come and done some jokes if I'd have known. But yeah, sorry you've had to have surgery instead. It's yeah, old school treatment. We'd have tried. That's another. This is the 5th penalty we've conceded tonight. 5th. Unbelievable. I presume the idea of prescribing comedy would be that you go to a comedy show. You don't just get a comedian turning up to your house. I hope. I don't know. I've not really looked into it. What if I get like conscripted? Instead of going to war, TJ's got to go off and do the ha-has. I mean, I've come out of that pretty well, haven't I? If that's the options in it, war or go to someone's house and try and make them laugh. Right, there's no stream tonight. I'm off to try and make people laugh in their own house while they're slowly dying. Because I guess in a sense it wouldn't really matter if I wasn't very good, would it? Do you know what I mean? You know, I guess it's just like medicine, isn't it? You kind of like, you try it for a little bit and you go, right, well, we tried you on a Tony. That didn't work. You know, maybe we'll try on some musical comedy, see if that makes you feel better. And if it does, we check your hard drive. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay, right, Bobo MCG's confused everyone. I think that's partly my fault, to be honest, MCG. Right, just to clarify, MCG is not having open heart surgery. So just to confirm. Not a fan of musical comedy. No, I'm not. I find it, and you know what? It's a bit like everything. Because of the vast majority, I will tar everyone with the same brush. So because there's loads of like cheap musical comedy that's just like, you know, changing song lyrics and musical parodies, that's not really comedy. Like, you know, anyone can do that. So, but because that's very popular and there's lots of that, therefore I have to you're right, Mr. Life, I have to generalize and say that they're all as bad as each other. You know, therefore ignoring the ones that are the one or two that are genuinely decent. But yeah, it's the only way they'll learn. Hambo. Same as like people who do like impressions as well. I've got to tie them all with the same brush as well. Oh, what a header. What a header from Fagerstrom. Oh, and anyone who does banter gets in the bin. I'm going to be prescribing myself comedy at this rate, aren't I? Oh, this moves us up to 3rd. Granted, Yarrow haven't played yet. Neither have Turku. So we might go back to 5th. But if results stay away, then we'll be alright. The word banter makes my blood curl. Oh, it's horrific. It's horrific, isn't it? Or like, you know when you see, like again, like football Twitter, that like all that sort of like we've joked about it before, but this whole like, oh, Spursy being Spursy, like that's just rubbish. And like anything that's just lazy, like, lazy comedy. That's what I don't like. Don't like lazy lowest common denominator comedy. I'm not a fan of. What about satire? Satire's good. Satire's good. I think it needs to attack both sides, though. That's what I think. I think it's easy going for one side. You also have to go for the side that you agree with as well, and ridicule that. That's when the really good satirists come to life. They can make fun of both sides of the argument. Puns are still okay. 100% Llama. 100%. Puns are the best way of doing it. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for puns, then comedy wouldn't exist. Like, everything else is just trying to be puns. Yeah. What happens when TJ goes to the doctor's depressed and the doctor says the best cure for depression is go and see TJ? Oh, but then I'm also the doctor. I mean, oof. Yeah. It's like Inception, isn't it? At that point. As a roofer, you wouldn't like being on a building site. No, I wouldn't. I'm not even going to read the rest of that sentence. You're right, I wouldn't. I'd hate it. It sounds shit. It's not for me. In the same way that, that I'm guessing training isn't what you'd like to do either. The majority of lads are good, but the loud ones are alpha male wannabes who complain about women's football. Yeah, sounds awful. Oh, and not just that, I don't like heights. So, being a roofer is probably one of the worst jobs for me. Yeah. So, day one on the job, go up that ladder, and I'd be like, I don't think so. I'm going to stay down here with the misogynists. You didn't like it, but then you start when you're 15. But I mean, that's, I'll do the low bits. yeah. I'll do skirting boards. That sounds very much like, well, I didn't like smoking, but, I just did it lots when I was younger. And here I am, 40 years down the line. Like, get used to it. TJ's roofing for borrowers. I can roof dog kennels. I don't like dogs. I'm talking myself. You know what? I think we're trying to find a way of getting me in the roofing game, and I'm not convinced that I'm going to be. It's worth the effort. I think I'll be more of a hindrance to people in the roofing world. Yeah. The roofing world doesn't need me. Yeah, but remember, Rich, we have to tie everyone with the same brush. So that's where I am. I've sadly look at that. We'll challenge the team. We might get in the playoff spots. This is bizarre, isn't it? How many games left? 2, 4, 6, 8 games. We're only 2 points behind Nistan. I think this would be one of the most bizarre things if we ended up, right, promoted with a transfer ban still. Yeah. That would make getting into the top division really tricky, wouldn't it? Mr. Life, honestly, I don't think I'm coming for your job anytime soon. Right? I think your job is perfectly safe. You enjoy it. Yeah. You just do the best time. Do the best time. Competitive builder roof tournaments. That's the future. Yeah. And I'd just do the roofing for fun. I wouldn't even do it for actual. I'd just be like, I'm just here for a laugh. Right, so a few changes in this match. It's good how the chat never follows like a structured rhythm or structured pattern, isn't it? It's always very much like, let's see where tonight's show goes, shall we? Imagine, you know what would be really boring is if we like loaded it up and just went, right, so I'm just going to talk about Football Manager all for the next 3 hours. That's all I'm going to do. Imagine how boring that would be. I go away and come back and we're talking about roofs. Yeah? Why would we not be, Harry? Why would we not be? Is it a Football Manager stream? I don't think so. We are on just chatting, right? Can you see that? Can you see that I'm playing this game? Because I thought it was just me in the background. Didn't realize you could see it. Oh shit! Now it explains why you're asking all these questions. What's wrong with roofs? When they break, I make money. Break your roofs. Oh, I mean, look. I'm just saying, right? Roofs are great. Yeah. I've never they keep rain out. They're great. Okay. If it breaks, I'll give you a shout. You're in the Yorkshire area, so maybe. Maybe we might end up with some business. Who knows? This isn't the first stream I've even watched this week that's deviated to roof talk. Really? I mean, that is pretty impressive. And you know what? I've only spoke about roofs once, so someone else is going off on one. Oh, nearly done again. Step up a bit. We can't be sat in a low block, I don't think. Two nil down. 10 minutes played. Nearly 3-0 down. Oof. Oh, Mr. Live, you know what? I'm guessing roofs are the special subject, so if this is your mastermind, mate, you go for it. You go for it. Oh. What's your favourite roof? What's the best roof you've ever seen? Now, do you like roofs or do you like... what do you think about ceilings? My mastermind subject is roofs. Interesting, because mine's roots. Do flat roofs ever work? Well, they do. They certainly act as a roof. When we were getting our extension done, the architect was trying to tell us to get a flat roof. And I was like, no. I said, I want a pitched roof. He was like, why? He said, no. He says, like, do a flat roof. He's like, they're easier to draw. I was like, nope, not just because it's easy to draw. I want the one that I want, please. Thank you very much. And then he was like, oh, the only people that don't like flat roofs are insurance companies. And I was like, well, at the time when we were doing it, I worked for as a fraud investigator for an insurance company. So I was like, yeah, I know. Pitch it, please. Which Ruth plays Gladys in Heidi High? It's Ruth. Oh, what's she called? Ruth Maddox. That's it. That is it. The worst roof is a thatched roof. Yes, yes. In terms of production, yeah. It looks pretty, but it does burn very... It does burn a lot. Here we go. Counterattack's on. Come on, Majeda. Inside. Fagerström pulls it back. Oh! Mido, 2-2. Architect, how about no doors? Shave seconds of entering and exiting your home. Honestly, if there's any architects in the chat tonight, I don't respect you because you do drawings. My 5-year-old does drawings at school. At least do something more complicated. Don't call it drawings. I'm an architect, I do colouring in. I'm just going to draw a house today. Really? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to draw a house? Do you know what I mean? Thatched roofs are susceptible to big bad wolf attacks. Oh, honestly, that tickled me. Well done. Oh, I love that. Do architects use AI? Yeah, probably. Look, everyone cheats with AI, don't they? People who do YouTube thumbnails cheat with AI. You get so many people going, I asked ChatGPT to do this thing for me. Well, was that better than just doing it yourself? My mate, did I tell you this? My mate once used ChatGPT to write a complaint email about his gym. And I was like, mate, if you can't even be asked to write the complaint email, don't send the complaint email. Like, come on. It's clearly not that much of an issue, is it? Mungo Killer, watching via YouTube. Picture quality is better. Is it? Oh, okay, excellent. And we get an extra viewer. Thank you, Mungo Killer. Very smart. See, if you can all have both browsers open, don't. That's fraudulent. I suppose it'll be fraudulent if we're trying to claim for something, but we're not. Next Ruth-related question. Babe Ruth famously played for which baseball team? The Richmond Roofers. Was he the Yankees? I want to say he's the Yankees, but he's probably not, is he? The Arizona Diamondbacks. The Philadelphia Flyers. The Colorado Mineshafts. The Yankees. God. The New York Batters. You know what? I reckon we'd be all right at baseball. There's a new there's a 8-bit baseball game coming out, Rougeau, that I saw the other day. I thought of it and I was like, I need to let you know about that. It looks like it might be fun. YouTube Premium with no ads. Oh, fancy. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'll find it. I think it's called Bitball or something, possibly. I looked at it and I was like, oh, you know what? That might be quite fun, actually. Twitch Turbo and YouTube Premium. Ooh. Very nice, Jam. Oh, there's Fagerström through. Go on. Cut inside. Oh, you've got to finish that. The show 25 is out next week. Great time for baseball fans. What's that? Is that a documentary? Is it, or is that a game? Because I've got my Drive to Survive's on, isn't it? Which I've sort of got into that a little bit. Right, next Ruth question. Which Ruth wrote mystery books? Mystery novels? Mystery books. Fucking hell. Come on, TJ. Oh, who investigated? Right, that's a pretty poor defeat, I'm afraid. Second bottom in the league. It's going to throw us off, isn't it? Right, no promotion for us this year by the looks of it. Ruth Rendell, that's correct. See? There's more Ruth questions than we thought here. Jam Thoughts, gifting out a sub to Mr. Life. Thank you, Jam. Very kind. Very kind. The next FM show just wrote itself. Ruth Trivia. Yes. Yes, it did. Feel bad for out myself being a freeloader with Twitch Turbo. Is it freeloading? I think you are paying for Twitch Turbo, right? I mean, I hope it doesn't cost me any of that sweet, sweet ad revenue that apparently I bring in loads of. I'm not paying. You're not paying me. Oh, in that case, yeah. Come on, James, sort it out. No, honestly, don't. Nobody around here knows. No one understands. I don't understand. Just being here is enough. Line in the pockets of Amazon. Yeah, well, if you've got Amazon Prime, then you get a free sub. So that doesn't cost you any extra. And then you can use that on any creator on the platform. So you can mix and match. So have me 1 month, have Llama the next month. Mitro, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you, very kind. Use my sub on your cousin. No, never. Never apologise. Never apologise for anything. Who do we say is the most famous Ruth? Who would we say is the most famous Ruth? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. How about the Ruth of the Sistine Chapel? That's quite famous, isn't it? Ruth Jones, says Cass. That's, yeah, you know what? That's in there. Ruth Ellis. Who? Okay, I'm gonna. I guess the thing first of all is who's Ruth Ellis. So that's not ideal, is it? Ruthless. Ruthel some feathers. That was Jay-worthy. Sorry, Jam. The last woman to be executed in the United Kingdom. Oh, okay. I mean, she's quite famous, but is she more or less famous than Ruth Jones off of Gavin and Stacey? I think if you were to ask more people nowadays, more people would know who Ruth Jones was, which is worrying, isn't it? You know what? Let's not sit in a low block anymore. Let's push ourselves up a bit. Let's go medium. Ooh, let's go dangerous. According to the famous birthdays, it's Ruth B, pop star. Who's Ruth B? Nancy Ruth? Once again, we're getting into Ruth as a surname here, aren't we? Famous birthdays is a sham of a website. Evening, Eddie. Welcome. There you go. See, we've gone from talking about roofs to when was the death penalty outlawed. You get everything around here. Loads of stuff and loads of questions about roofs. A Vine star. Oh, without sounding like Peter Kay. Do you remember Vine? Lepisto. 1-0. Plymouth Matt plays. I've started Journeyman save with South Shields. My previous save was 15 seasons at Plymouth Argyle. Nice. South Shields is alright. You've gone from like the bottom end to the top end, haven't you? Vine doesn't exist. Don't think so. I think it's long gone. That and Skype. We've outlived Skype. Cash shares a birthday with Helder Postiga. Oh, well, yeah. Alright, okay, here's a new game now then. Who's the most famous person you share a birthday with? Don't tell us your birthdays, by the way, because we don't want people to be able to then find your find your password and stuff. Let's have a little nosy and see who we've got. Right, I've got Louis the Ninth. I've got Pope Paul the Second. I mean, I'm going all the way back here, by the way, like 1400s. Oh, Samuel Pepys apparently was born on my birthday. George Frederick Handel. It's not too bad. Who else have we got? I need to get into like the 19th century, or at least the 20th century would be good. Victor Fleming, the film director who did The Wizard of Oz. Gone with the Wind. I've also got... Oh, here we go. Oh, these are starting 19s now. Okay, now we're getting into it. Notice I've just given up on the game. Like, I'm 2-0 up. And yeah, that's fine, yeah. There must be some more. Trevor Cherry, former footballer who played for Leeds, Huddersfield and Bradford City. An American astronaut. Ed Too Tall Jones, American defensive end. Viktor Yushchenko, Ukrainian politician. Linda Nolan from the Nolans. Who else have I got? Michael Dell, famous for, well, Dell computers. Melinda Messenger, TV celebrity. Oh, Kelly MacDonald, the actress. Aziz Ansari, Emily Blunt, Mido, the Egyptian footballer. Dakota Fanning, and yeah, that's as much as we've got. I think it was sort of 2002, so they've given up on that point. Who's got JD Vance? Oh, Cass. Oh dear. You've got Gilardino and Zola, says Dan. Nice. Harry's got Elon Musk. Sorry about Harry. Zenjo is your birthday. The most famous person I share a birthday with. The most famous person I share a birthday with from Rougeau is Elmo from Sesame Street. I think you've won. Actually, you have an MCG, Harrison Ford. Wow. There we go. That's the one. Pink and Richard the Lionheart. That's a decent card gen, isn't it, Ian? Harrison Ford, Ian Hislop, Craig Bellamy, Lamille Yamal, and X-Pac. I mean, right, you can have a dinner party. You can invite 5 people. Who's coming? Right, Harrison Ford, Ian Hislop, Craig Bellamy, Lamille Yamal, and can we get X-Pac as well? Yeah, get them all in. Living or dead? All of them. Dead. You got the same birthday as Prince Harry. Oh, okay. I mean, that's helpful if you've got any. If you're a bit of a royalist, that's fine, isn't it? If not, that's what is a Roblox star? What, Roblox as in like the block game. So do you share a birthday with somebody that's in it with a character in a game? That's incredible. Oh, I share a birthday with a new gen from Football Manager. That'd be quite good. Or is it? Oh no, it's Minecraft the film, isn't it? I thought Fagerstrom over the top. My son has Mbappe. Or what, as his birthday or in a basement? Kevin the Terrible, by the way. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. People who aren't following on YouTube, by the way, make sure you hit that follow button. Start following on YouTube. That would be much appreciated. Yeah. And, as I was saying to you earlier, there's the old TJ Gaming you can follow on YouTube as well. Keep your eyes peeled for some new stuff that we're going to be... So when we do our different streams on Sundays, right? When we do different streams on Sundays, all the new games will go on there. So yeah, go and drop a follow on that. So at least I've got some people. With the Journeyman, am I changing every season? No, not every season. I don't know when I'll change, to be honest. I'll change when it feels like it, when it feels right. And I don't know when that is at the minute. We've been here for, this will be like sort of 16 months, I think, probably by the time this season finishes. We might move. We don't know. Could be when I'm sacked. Could be once we've won the Champions League in Finland and we've made it not a journeyman save and it's become a builder nation. Might move it when there's if someone else comes in for me, we might make a move. But yeah, I've not really got a. Unsurprisingly, I've not really got a plan. You know, I'm very much working out as it goes, trying to downplay the fact we've just beaten top of the league 2-0. I made it look fairly easy as well. Plans are overrated. They are overrated, aren't they? Plans are for the uninspired. That's what they are. But yes, Cass, Something Different Sundays is basically a thing that I thought up when FM25 was cancelled. So when we did the City Skyline streams, I quite enjoyed them. And then, so I've taken those streams, put them onto this other YouTube channel, and I thought, well, maybe we can do some more things with that. And I've had conversations. So again, apologies for repeating this for the people who've been here from the start of the stream. But the United City FM Kev is going to show me how to play Minecraft. So we're going to do a course stream of that. So I'm going to learn how to play Minecraft on stream. We might do... I've just picked up the F1 Manager game. We might do WWE, maybe. Do that. If anyone's got some games that they like, and there's creators in the room, if there's anyone who wants to sort of jump in and do learn how to play this game, then feel free to come and reach out to me, and we'll start planning some stuff. Sensible soccer, that could be fun, but I kind of want to go away from football, to be honest, and just do different things completely. But sensible soccer is nice. Sensible soccer is nice. I've got Civilization 6 I haven't got 7. I've not played it yet, so that could be interesting. Man of Lords is quite a good game, like Age of Empires. You know what? I've seen that, and I've got Game Pass. Someone gifted me a Game Pass, and then I continue to pay for it. So Man of Lords is interesting. That could be a thing. 2 Point Museum. Yeah, I saw Lelujo was had put a video up about that as well. So okay, so these are possibles. We might get some things. I can see you playing Crusader Kings. Probably, like, for some reason, Crusader Kings to me sounds like it should be a mobile game. I know it's not. I know it's a big thing, but Crusader Kings just sounds mobile, doesn't it? Exari, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. It couldn't be less. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I completely understand. Like, but it just sounds like you would get it on your mobile. Even the developers hate the name. Good. Oh, off the post. Part of me thinks I'm going to end up into Warhammer or something. Just, I've said this too many times recently. I think Mrs. J thinks I'm going to start buying miniatures and paint them. Maybe I am. Maybe that's my midlife crisis on the way. You know, get into, like, why not play Raid Shadow Legends? Streamlabs keep emailing me about that, and I keep saying no. Oh. Partly because I don't know what Raid Shadow Legends is, but again, it just seems like that thing where I don't want to do it. EU4 is very hard. What's EU4? I'd watch you play a raid, then we go out for dinner after and you can pick up the tab. You haven't had your midlife crisis yet. Well, it depends upon when I class midlife as. Technically, my midlife crisis has probably been and gone, which is really depressing. But I hope not. Like, if I have a midlife crisis now, then I'm hanging about till I'm 90, and I'll take that. Like, I'd like to hit the hundreds. You know, get me century in. What a goal! But who knows? Stardew Valley? Maybe. Possibly. Europa Universalis 4 hardcore strategy game. Oh, I don't know. I don't know a great deal about Stardew Valley, but I'm guessing it's a little bit like bang average football, isn't it? You can move a CK3 save into EU4. I mean, sorry, they're words that I don't understand, but okay. You've got 4,000 hours on it, Rougeau. I mean, you might end up having to teach me how to play this. Secrets of Monkey Island. Now we're talking. Wait until we get Pokemon Legends. We'll play that. I'll hook the Switch up. Or Pokemon Scarlet or something. We'll play that, and I'll. CK's Crusader things. CK3 is Crusader Kings. Got you. Right. Okay. So I can take that and put it into a different game. Really? Oof. Sounds confusing. It's funny how many years we couldn't move FM saves, but Paradox is like, you can move this game between totally different games. Yeah, that's confused me. Like, you can just stick it in a different game completely. Let's say, take Tetris and just put it in Donkey Kong. What? I don't understand how. I don't need to understand, do I? I could play Stardew Valley. That's just been suggested as well, hasn't it? Yeah. Kevin Terrible said Stardew Valley as well. Well, you know what's good though? What's good is that you lot are suggesting, are coming up with some ideas, because originally when I thought about this, well, when I would have thought about this maybe like a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have had the confidence to suggest doing anything other than FM on Twitch or on YouTube, because I was like, oh, people only want to see me play FM and only hear me talk about things that aren't FM. But now I think it's good that we've hung out long enough. they were all of the opinion that, you know what, let's just do something else. You're not very good at FM. You don't talk about FM a lot anyway. So why not just like sack it off and go somewhere else for a bit? Would I play horror games? I'm not against horror games. I'm not. I don't get scared unless the height games. You know, unless it's like Harry the Roofer. Oh no. 2-0 up, and we've let it slip. I probably should have paid a bit more attention, shouldn't I? I don't want to play roofing manager. No. Not at all. I don't want to do landscape gardening contractor 25. Farm simulator, maybe. Pool cleaning simulator is a great game. I mean, it doesn't sound like it, does it? It's fun to see people play new games they've never experienced. It's playing for the first time. See, yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. There could be mileage in watching TJ play simulation games like Shelf Stacker or Pressure Washer. I mean, could you imagine? Chair fucking simulator. What, as in like... Right, now, Cass, is that a grammatical fucking, or is that like someone actually having sex with a chair? Because if it's chair simulator, then is that just pretending to be a chair? But if it's chair fucking simulator, then oh dear. Like you can't sodomize a sofa. It's two chairs fucking. Is that how you end up with a chaise longue? Is it? Is that what it is? Yeah, exactly, Dan. Clip all of this for out of context, TJ, by the way. Play Sims 4. No, I don't want Sims 4. I don't want to do the Sims. I never saw the appeal of it. I never saw the appeal of that. I've watched enough horror watching Sunderland over the years. Yeah, exactly. Also, as well, you can't have like... There's no football banter when you're doing like Train Simulator or something. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Mm-hmm. So if we dedicate Sundays to something different, so we can always have something different going on. I guess the thing then becomes that if we like something, then we can always sort of keep those in for a little bit. Don't I hate banter? Train banter is hardcore. Oh yeah, like the people who the people who love trains, they're not funny, so their banter is just it's fine. They're just like, oh yeah, well, you know, they'll make jokes about like, you know, the train's not running on time, whatever, and I'll be like, that's boring, man. Just move on. A bit like football banter, to be honest. Like, oh, that's what this team does. That, no, not for me, thank you. Building a coaster, pausing the game, removing the track, sending the coaster into oblivion. No, I'm not killing people. Not. Maybe not our choice. People who love trains aren't wired right. They're not. They love hard. They love very hard. Which is totally fine. You know, let them do their thing. It's their passion project, which I love. But yeah, sometimes they need to step back a little bit. All my train knowledge is based on Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a train expert. I would never claim to be. They would find out very quickly that I'm not a train expert. I'm still trying to get my head around this whole idea of 2 chairs. Do you know what I mean? Where's the arm go? Right, so we're playing Niston, who are currently second. We're currently third. 7 points between us. That's too much, isn't it? With, what, 5 games to go? That's how you get those little kiddie chairs in classrooms. It probably is, Matt. I think you're right. Do you reckon chairs look at benches and go, oh, look at the handles on that? Or maybe it's just the other way around. Maybe benches look at sofas and, oh, look at the cushions. Whoa. Welcome in, new people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. More cushion for the pushing. Like, literally. You know. Those big, thick legs. Yeah, chairs are horny buggers. They are, aren't they? Also, as well, a chair's probably like sort of sitting there going, oh, you know what, right? I'm only here because an old person died. And then those chairs and sofas, they're getting to like have a great time. Yeah. But then again, they got loads of people sitting on them, so maybe the bench, the park bench is better off. I don't know. Gone. Oh, doesn't count. Do chairs like people sitting on them? Is that their thing? I mean, I think that's probably their thing. Surely, like that's what they're designed for, right? Like chairs are the only things in life that are sitting for pleasure. I don't know. I made that up. Fagerstrom doesn't count either. Park benches are mentally scared from the things they've seen, and some sofas, I reckon. Cass has posted in the Discord the link to Chair Fucking Simulator. It is real. It is real. Yeah, if you're a wipe clean sofa, you're mucky, aren't you? Do you reckon like losing a sofa, losing the TV remote down the side of a sofa is a little bit like the sort of a sofa equivalent of putting a love egg in? Hello, Callum. Welcome. Appreciate the sub, my friend. 7 months from Y Callum, by the way. Who, if you're not following, you should. He doesn't talk about this sort of behaviour as much as we do. But welcome, my friend. True Red and Blue, nice to see you. Thank you for the follow. Oh, we've had 2 goals. 2 goals disallowed. Cover your ears and put a throw on your sofa because they're dirty. We love highbrow conversation. This is what happens. Never lose a sofa down the side of your TV remote. Oh, well, exactly. Callum, you've joined us. At the moment, we think we're about to throw away our unsurprising promotion challenge. We certainly shouldn't be in a promotion challenge. But yet, here we are. I mean, yeah, we're losing to the team who are third. We're now 10 points. So that'll be the thing. We get into the playoffs if we can get second. But I think this is pretty much it done now. 5 games to go, 10 points to make up. It's not happening. But we do still have a transfer ban next season. So swings and roundabouts. Yeah. And that's it. That's it. All done and dusted, I reckon. This is the type of debates they should have in Parliament. I bet you they do. I bet you Boris Johnson has at least once debated the idea of sticking his dick down the side of a sofa. Bet he has. It'd be a full house, yeah. For the first time in a long time. I've just placed a transfer embargo while ownership of the club is in a tussle. we've got a 16-month ban, Matt, because of the fact that in real life the club have gone bankrupt and relegated to Division 5 in Finland, which is like the five-a-side leagues. But because we're using the data update, all they've done is put the transfer ban in, which we didn't expect was going to happen. So we got made professional at the end of last season, and then 2 weeks later they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, got a little bit of a transfer ban." So yeah, it's gonna be tough staying at HIFK next season. But given the fact that we can't buy anybody, and given the fact that these are the players we brought in as amateurs, they're not that bad, really. The rest of the league is pretty poor, so we're up there-ish. I mean, how many matches have we got left? I think, is it 5? 4 games, right? Okay, so we can't make it into the playoffs, but we can finish the season tonight, which is good. Which ties in perfectly for Sunday. So Sunday is probably going to be City Skylines, I reckon. Callum, I mentioned as well why you're here. I've spoken to the chat about the TJ Gaming channel. How do I get rating numbers for current and potential ability? I don't do any of those. I don't use the editor. So yeah, leave all that stuff out. I don't need to know how good any player is. I'll just work it out as best we can get. Trial and error in the game, to be honest. So yes, so we mentioned, Callum, the TJ Gaming channel. Go on the stars a little bit. Some of it's just my own judgment, to be honest, personally. Because yeah, the stars are only as good as the stars are only as good as the players that you've got in the team. So they're in relation to them, and then they're only as good as the scouts that you've got or the coaches you've got. Because I mean, their guesses could be off, to be honest. So I don't really take too much notice, you know. Usually, as Matt Blade says, yeah, I'll look at that. Have they got a funny name, and I'll sign them that way. So yes, so the gaming channel, Callum, is is all set up now, right? We have TJ Gaming, okay, it is there. We're gonna do some collabs, and I want you to do one with me, if we can find some time to do one, please. I'd like you to think of a game to play, and essentially you can show me how to play that game on stream, and we'll do it one Sunday night, or we might do it during the week or something, maybe. You pick the game and we'll play it together, and I think that'll be fun, and the VOD will go up on the gaming channel, and then if it's really, really good, we'll make some content about it going forward. So yeah, thank you, my friend. And that, I think, is a good way to build communities, isn't it? Yeah. So Kev United City is doing Minecraft for me, so we're doing Minecraft together. Jeb might do GTA. He might show me how to do GTA. Sai wants to do Balatro with me. He wants to show me how to do that. So, but yeah, anything you want to do, anything. I've said we'll do some Pokemon stuff as well on there. The kids have recorded. I mentioned this, didn't you? So yeah, the kids have done their packs. I've got like a camera. Like, I put my phone above on the tripod. So we've opened some packs. We've recorded them. So I might put the kids' pack opening videos on there as well. So there's like some shorts. Do Nuzlocke with Callum. Could do. Me and Callum could do Counter-Strike or something, or Call of Duty. A good one is keep talking and no one explodes. Oh really? What's that? Never teach me Call of Duty. I mean, do you think I know Call of Duty, Callum? No. They don't give me a virtual gun. Like, not at all. I'm there doing gigs. And there's a local tour guide going. Can watch paint dry for a stream, or Premiership football as it's called. Yeah. Could do, actually. Yeah, we literally go back to painting figurines, as I said before. One person's got to defuse a bomb, the other person has to flip through a manual and explain what they need to select to avoid the bomb exploding. Okay. Describing it doesn't sound brilliant, but there's part of me is intrigued by it. So it sort of worked. What's overcooked? What is overcooked? Get 4 of you and let the chaos ensue. Or is that overcooked? Overcooked. All you can eat. You control chefs in kitchens filled with various obstacles and hazards that rapidly prepare meals to specific orders in a time limit. Okay. That sounds alright. You run a kitchen. I mean, that very much sounds like Rich Owens has to be involved in that, doesn't it? Gang beasts. Again, you gotta be careful when you categorize that on the internet. Sounds like the Epidemics version of John Cena's soundtrack. Gang beasts. Again, I'm going to regret Googling gang beasts, aren't I? The first question, is gang beasts inappropriate? You can punch, kick, grab and throw and even knock players out. You can be eaten by sharks, dragged in an aquarium, stuck in a grinder or fall through an incinerator. Sounds fine. Sounds totally fine. Rich would be a liability. Of course he would. Of course he would. He was a vegetarian until he discovered bacon. Of course he's going to be a liability. And that's before we even factor in the whole gaming issue. You know, Rich's brain doesn't work the same way as everyone else's brain. And my brain doesn't work the same way as everyone else's brain. So get him in. It'll be good. Here's Mohammed over the free kick. Good save by the keeper. Back post, no one's there. But yes, let's make that happen, and that sounds fun. As I say, I just think it's just something that we need to start doing to have just something a bit different, you know what I mean? Because just watching FM all the time, it does start to get a little bit boring, doesn't it? A bit repetitive. As much fun as we can make these stories, you know. It's a good question. How can we make fun of training enthusiasts? Quite easily. I tend to go for their appearance. That's the first port of call for me. And then secondly, I make fun of their coats, because they're usually bad. I can't make fun of their eyesight, because I wear glasses and contact lenses, so... Damn it. Slough story is longer than The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbits. It is. It is, and I would argue, just as entertaining. Oh... And I enjoyed The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbits. And that shows you just how much I enjoyed Slough. One of my favourite Football Manager saves in the last few years. It's been wonderful. Yeah, we have to get you on the pod as well, Callum. I know when you've obviously we need to wait for life to settle down a bit for you, but you know that invite is still there, of course. when time allows. Madianga. Laxonen. Back inside. Handball. Lepisto, what a goal! What a strike. What a strike that is. I had to look. I thought he was offside for a second. Right? I thought they were going to flag him there. What a hit that is. Pick it out. God, if you can. If you can pick it out, pick it out. I bet you can't. I bet it's too heavy. No, he checks back just perfectly. Bang. Lepisto is incredible for the third choice. Isn't he, Zeep? Isn't he just? Like, he just comes on, does the business, and then gets injured. Comes back, does the business, gets injured again. So that's us beating Yarrow. We're back up into third. Nistan are losing. We've got 8 points to make out of 3 games. There's no way Football Manager is going to let Nistan lose all 3 games and us to win 3, surely. I mean, we're staying up for it, right? This is lovely football. Over the top. Go on. Madianga's through. How many touches? Just needed to put his foot through it. 1 too many touches. We still have to win the playoffs. If we get to the playoffs, then we're in form to win it. But do we believe? 3-1. Nistan have lost 3-1. Oh, JM, you're making me think things now. It's FM. They hate the players. Yes and no. Like, there's also a thinking that FM would just let it happen and go, right, you know what? Nistan need to lose 3 matches. You need to win 3 matches. There is many times FM would let me win those 3 games and Nistan would lose 3 matches. If it comes down to the fact we lost against them, I'd be really disappointed. They've got Yarrow, Mikel, and JK. I mean, it's not inconceivable. FM would let us lose by 1 goal. That is true. Right, well, we've got 3 matches to work this one out, right? Yeah? I've seen teams that look guaranteed for playoffs collapse with 3 games left. That's the spirit, Ruggiero. And here's our new players coming through. Right? Our good talents and our other players. I mean, we're just going to have to offer contracts to all of them. That's the problem. Because because that's the only way to get players in, I think. There you go. Sylvan Nonian. He's a leader. 16. Mkhitaryan. He's fast. This guy's called Fred. That'll do. Centre back. There you go. They wanted a centre back. We've got one. Kayavula. Right, we'll get the youth intake breakdown after we've had those final 3 matches. It was always going to be a bad intake. We're a second division club in Finland, with average youth facilities. Evening, Lumjani. Welcome. The youth only Journeyman. This is the one. Lumjani, welcome. Nice to have you in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you. So the fans are happy. The board are happy. No Timo Pukas. No Timo Pukis, no. Well, we don't know if it's going to be that over the long term. Limajani, but at the minute it is. Only sign the recommended players. No, we're going to sign them all. Every single one's coming in. Alright, I don't care how bad you are. We need you at the club. I mean, this is worrying, isn't it? Like if you're half a star in the Finnish second division, and your potential is half a star, then you're not good, are you? But we just need to make sure we can get enough players on the pitch for next season, when we inevitably lose some of our players. As a lift, welcome. Hope you're good. What are we doing? Are we doing a Build a Nation Finland? Maybe, in a weird way. How cooked is my team? Right, someone needs to explain what cooked means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because if it's a bad thing, our team's fine. We are overachieving, I think. Down to 4th now. 7 points to make up with 3 games. So it is doable. It is doable. Now the fact we're down to 4th means there's another team to consider as well, though. So that's not ideal. That's into Turku. They've got to play KPV who are bottom, Sao Paulo and Yapsh. So easier running. Easiest running out of the thing. Cooked is bad in the modern parlance. It is a bad thing. All right. So, okay, so my team is not bad. My team is not cooked. It is... I don't even know what an equivalent would be. Fine. It's all right. It's like a tartar, I suppose, possibly. Yeah. It's grand. We've got a long transfer ban ahead of us, which means why we can't bring any players in. Hence why we've had to sign all the youth players there, even though they're not very good. Because it's the only way we can get players into the club. And so it's sort of a little bit of a circumventing of the rules. But it's that or face another year without players coming in. Yeah, we've got a transfer ban because in real life they've gone bankrupt. And the database update that we've loaded in just went, oh, by the way, there's a transfer ban. And it's like, oh, thanks for that. That makes my team cooked. Right, that's okay. I mean, would that only make them cooked if they weren't doing very well, though? Because I would argue that they're doing fine. So, are we cooking? Would that be the next one? Cooking, is that when they do well? I definitely need to be a bit more up to date with my speaking terms, don't I? So theoretically, if we drop points here, it's over. That will make it cooked. Other results we need to look out for: Inter Turku and Nistan. So Nistan are playing Yarrow. Inter Turku are playing KPV, and they're bottom of the table. Bloom, good ball at the back post. Raheem, back at the back post. It's taken him 10 minutes to score. Has he returned at the right time? Is this a blessing in a very, very, very clear disguise? Not even a disguise. Is this a blessing? That's direct football. We're not using. Our midfielders should not be touching the ball. Like, Nistan have scored. That's not helpful. One all. Okay. Let's get charbroiled. Charbroiled is a good way of describing it, Jason, yeah. I want to be slowly poached. Into Turkey are winning now as well. Evening Veggie, welcome. Glad League affiliate album. Yeah, that's a happy Twitch affiliate anniversary. Which, thank you for that. Not with my accent, it wasn't though, but good ball through. Fagerstrom heads it over the top. Midfield shouldn't touch the ball. No, they shouldn't. No, long ball football, please. Right, okay. I got too excited, didn't I? I should have just agreed with you all when it was like, yeah, we're not going to do it. I got myself too excited, thinking, oh, you know, it'll be fine. It might happen. I allowed myself to believe. Should never do that. I'm going to regret missing that chance now. Yeah, you know, the 6 matches I've lost, I'm regretting already. It'll be fine. There's plenty of football to play. It's not over yet. It's not over till the 4th official says we've played enough time and then the referee blows his whistle. It's not as catchy as, you know, other ways of saying time's over, but it's more, I think it's more accurate. It's not over till 2 chairs fuck each other. Right? There. Right, come on, lads. And it's raining. Oh, here we go. Hiltonen intercepts. Back inside. Hambo. Get in. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Limjani, you've missed a whole conversation beforehand. It makes sense if you've been here for about half an hour, 40 minutes. If you've only just turned up, it makes no sense. To be fair, even if you were here half an hour ago, it might not make much sense. New people, Tony. Yeah. Welcome in, new people. I can't keep tabs on who knows and who doesn't. Right, Nistan's made it 2-0 now. Okay. Right, Lepisto might have to come on again. Keep it as it is for now. But we need to get that 3rd goal. But as long as Nistan are winning, it might not matter. Rahimi, the corner. Oh, we had it over the top. Just nod it down. Come on, Kabashi, you're massive. You should be scoring those. Right. I'll tell you what, Mohammed can come off. Hiltonen can go. I was going to say Hiltonen can go back inside in the middle. He's on 7-6. I'm twisting things around and hoping this is going to work. If we put Fagerström out wide. Or maybe we go with 3 up top. We could have put Lepisto out wide, actually. Mojeda. Luma Hiltonen loses the ball, wins it back. Rahimi puts it back through. Lepisto's header. Right, time to go attacking. Bluma. Fagerström. Fagerström. Madianga. Bloomer. Never going to score with that, is he? Never. Do we make another change? Do we tweak? I mean, it's all us, so there is a chance that we are going to create another opportunity. Rahimi. Fagerström at the back post. There we go. I knew we'd create another chance. This is the thing. Sometimes it's like I've got to sit on my hands a little bit and not tweak. Have faith that the game will see it through. If you've got all the pressure, you're probably going to score or at least create another chance. So there were 19 shots, 20 shots. Yeah, we should be in the lead now. 3-2. And now it's them. Now it's them attacking. Get the ball clear. Get rid. That'll do. Let the ball go backwards. Oof. Right, okay. That's fine. Regroup. Push back a smidge. It's 2. It's not. Yeah, we don't want to be time wasting just yet. Inter Turku have gone 2-0 up. Nistan have gone 2-0 up as well. So it's get stuck in. We want taken off as well. Right, now we can start time wasting. Fagerström doesn't quite get the ball through. Might have to stop going so direct as well. But also the fact we stepped off gives them a chance to come back into it like that. Oh dear. Damn it. Sometimes you just I don't know. Damn it. In the defence and the goalie, the defence and goalie seem just like the midfield. Yeah. It's let's try and right. 5 minutes to go. 3-3 is not ideal. I mean, I know they're 5th, right? So it's like, in a sense, it's a reasonable result. But just means mathematically we can't do it now. Yeah, 7 points from 6. Not happy. Not going to happen. 3 shots on goal. 3 shots on target. 3 goals conceded. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we tried. We gave it a good shot. Do you know what I mean? We did the best we could. It is what it is, sadly. So these last 2 matches now are kind of going to be a bit. There's nothing riding on them now, other than pride. And does pride pay the bills? No, it doesn't. It'd be nice if it did, though. I mean, not that we'd have much more. We wouldn't really have like loads of money, you know. We wouldn't be in credit with any utility company, that's for certain. Right, Mido's international career is over at 37. He's finally not going to play for the Ivory Coast anymore. He's had enough. So, right, Maranham are up. We've got to play bottom of the table, which we all know what's going to happen now, don't we? We all know what's going to happen. It would be good if it wasn't so predictable. Right, go on then, boys. Penultimate match of the season. Go and give us a win. Can we get it done? Oh, Mohammed with the effort. Turn over the top. It's that sort of like end of season bit in it, where you're just like, oh, this, right, okay, we've got nothing to play for now. I'm glad we're managing to finish the season. Though. Here's Hultonen, gets to the line, across the back post. Fagerström heads it just on the top. Madianga Abubakar out to Hillascorpi, back inside. Oh, straight at the keeper. Can't get the ball down the channel there, apparently. The interesting thing about this as well is that this is the team for next year. Like, so it's not even like I can be like, all right, what positions can we improve next year, and what, where can we, and what sort of gaps can we fill? It's just now it's a case of like, can this lot go again? And we're a goal down at the bottom of the table. Of course we are. Of course we are. Will they progress? I don't know. Maybe. Like, could we get into the playoff? Possibly, if we get no injuries, but that means we're not, like, rotation-wise, we're going to struggle for quality. But with a bit of luck, maybe we could. And then that would be a season that, if we got promoted, that would be a season where we could actually sign some players. But, I mean, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, to be honest, because realistically, we've got ourselves a mid-table club. Mid-table players that we can't improve next season, other than just their own natural progression, which may or may not happen. Maybe we might look to change the tactics slightly. or maybe like even just tweak a couple of roles or one or two things. But the 4-4-2 sort of looks like it's reasonable. I think data-wise, we looked fine last season when we started to get things ready. Madianga, lovely goal. And we've got a couple of decent players. Like the good players look head and shoulders above everybody else. Like Maheja, Madianga, Rahimi, they look brilliant. Lepisto looks like he can sort of come in and play pretty well. Kabashi was supposed to look class, but I've not really seen a great deal of him. So we'd maybe argue that he's not quite the towering centre-back we were hoping for. But yeah, we're in the second division of Finland. We're not going to have great players. Like, if we've got players who can get by, then we're doing all right. Hiltonen's quite decent as well. Oh, great ball. Here's Rahimi. Go on, Rahimi. Oh, there we go. Hambo. I'm not sure how many that is for his season now, but that's more like it. Down the wings. Rahimi puts the afterburners on. Nice cross. Lays it on a plate. 2-1 just before half time as well. There's definitely enough to suggest that we go again, I think. You know, I'm not sat here tearing my hair out because we were like third bottom or something. Oh, nice. Nice! And again, I'm aware we're playing the bottom of the table, but that's a well-worked goal. Yeah. I'm not giving up on this team. Never give in. No. I'm like John Cena. Yeah, we don't quit. Turning heel, that's it. Going bald. I only wear jorts. Oh, Mido. Come on, Mido. Let's have another one. Top corner this time, lad. What are we thinking? That's right. Do some pointing. Do some pointing. Smash it in the top corner. Oh! Just like that. That's what we're talking about. Go on, Mido. Pick that one out. What a hit. 4-2. That's pretty good. You know what? That's fine for our final home game of the season, isn't it? You're not seeing. You're not getting anywhere near those. Not at all. Like, it had flames on it as he blasted that one. That was one of those like absolute blasty shots. That's 4-3. Right. That's all right. We can probably just about see this one out, I think. Certainly hope so. There we go. "4-3. Fagerstorm's out for a couple of days. Yeah, like all of our players are like sort of being flagged for just being tired because they've not rested all season. But it's like, yeah, I've not really got any other option, sadly. So they all have to play. You've drawn Barnsley away in the first round proper. Excellent. That's with Shields, isn't it? Right, the board are happy. Okay. You know, that's what we can... That's what we need to look at. Well, as long as the board are happy, that's fine. Yeah. We have ticked off some short-term milestones, which we're very happy about, because all they wanted us to do was get in the top half, and we've done that. We've done that. Yeah. Oh, contract expires in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting then. Because who knows what's going to happen then? Stoya Bucharest. Hajduk Split. Slovan Liberec. Forge in Canada. I think it's a reasonable time for us to finish the season, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that gives us a little bit of a time to think. My gut reaction is we're staying. That's my gut reaction, that we're going to stay and we're going to fight through this, because I've never managed with a transfer ban before. So I want to see what the challenge is like next season of not being able to sign anybody, because technically all this squad was put together before the ban and they were all amateur players. So we've literally got a squad of amateur players to finish in the top half of the table. What could we do? What can those players do next year? Can they push on a little bit? Right, same side again. We really should have put some youngsters out or whatever and gave them a go, but I want to see if we can finish third. Mr. Maggio's in. Hello, Si. How are we? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to see you all. How was the stream? Welcome. You've joined us. Final match of the Finnish second division season, and we're gonna miss out on the playoffs, sadly. By well, at the minute it's 6 points. It could go to be 9. It could end up being 3. Appreciate the affiliate anniversary comments from you both there. That's very, very kind indeed. Twitch has obviously put that up, not me. But yeah, welcome one and all into Turkey, who have taken the lead. That moves us down to 4th. Near post in 17 months on the subs. Thank you very much, Near Post. How are you, Tristan? Over the top. So yeah, Turkey have moved us down to 4th. Nistana 0-0. Yeah, it's a tough one, this one. But I think we stay next season. I think we do this again. Good ball. There's Hilton in. It's a cross. Got to finish it. Got to finish it. Finland's good, Si. Finland's very good. I think I told you. I think, didn't I? We've got a 16-month transfer ban, which means we can't bring anybody in. So this winter transfer, I keep having to say summer, winter transfer window is going to be very, very interesting indeed, as we just press continue a lot. I've not done anything, Dadson. The reason that we've got the transfer ban is because in real life, the club are bankrupt and they've been relegated to the 5th division of Finnish football, which is like a 5-a-side pitch. In fact, they're not even allowed to play on the 5-a-side pitch. Like they have to play FIFA. And the data update has obviously just programmed them to have a transfer ban. So, because it can't relegate them to the 5th tier because there's no 5th tier. So they just gave them a transfer ban. So that's essentially, my board were like, hey, we've gone professional. Then a week later it was just like, so don't try and sign any players because you can't. So thankfully we brought loads of players in on amateur contracts. So we had a team full of amateur players and we've just given them all permanent contracts while we're here. So we have some players, because technically anyone could just come in and just take them. So I was like, right, at least lock them down so they can't leave. Because if they do leave, then there's nothing we can do. We can't replace them. And the youth intake looks abysmal, as you'd expect. So yeah, it's all working out as we expected, to be honest. Nistan are currently 0-0, so if it stays as it is, we will miss out on the playoffs by 4 points with an amateur team. I'm not dressing this up any other way. This is an amateur team. They're not a professional team. Nistan are taking the lead. So yeah, we've overachieved. The board wanted mid-table. The media prediction has gone from 5th to 8th. And yeah, we're currently 3rd or 4th. Back down to 4th now, I reckon. Baba Haroon are over the top. Yeah, you don't stop those, dear. I appreciate that, Red. Very kind indeed. But yeah, how's your stream site? Hope it was a good one. I mentioned as well, Si. I've mentioned the gaming channel as well, by the way. So we have said that we're going to get Si do some collaborations on Sundays. So Si's going to come on and he's going to teach me how to play some games as well. So if anyone wants to check out the VODs or maybe even some edited highlights, then that's the TJ Gaming channel. So if you can go give that a little follow, that'd be lovely. Much appreciated. We'll start filling that up relatively soon. Thank you very much, Matt. Very kind indeed. The races were bad. Well, tell me how difficult it is, because as we said, I've downloaded F1 Manager and I'm thinking I might have a go of it. Is it going to be tricky? How long is it going to take me to get a race weekend recorded? How long am I going to need? Also, if anyone knows anything about F1, which team should I be? An hour a weekend. That's fine. That'll work. Oh, what a goal. It's that man. It's Rahimi. Of course it is. Do I understand F1? Dadson, I'm playing Football Manager. I don't understand football. Like, understanding is just going to get in the way. I know you need to change the tyres, put some petrol in the car, and just be bored for about an hour. So, I need to get Chesney to work the space to cope it. I reckon so, actually. That would be pretty cool, actually, if I could do that. Maybe, yeah, I'll give them a shout. Apparently you can't do petrol now. Oh, is it just diesel? It's not electric, surely, is it? Hulkenberg. I've heard of him. I've heard of Hulkenberg. I've watched Drive to Survive, so I sort of know who's who. So I want a mid-team. Or Haas. Haas are shit, aren't they? Refueling in the pits hasn't been a thing for decades. What do you mean? Or do they not have they got enough petrol in to go around the thing all the time now? Oh, that's an element of interest that I've now lost. Do they not scan club cards or anything? Oh. Yeah, I need to be a team that's nowhere near, the podium. I want if I get a point, I'm going to be really, really happy. Williams, isn't that who Work the Space was? He was Williams, wasn't he? You start the race with a full tank. All right, so your first few laps are proper slow then. I really am learning as we go along, aren't I? Langer, have we got attribute masking on? Yes, I do, because I don't believe that real managers would know attributes of players. So I put attribute masking on. Technically, I should really play with pizza wheels and stuff like that, but I'm learning that slowly. How about Aston Martin, sponsored by Saudi Arabian Oil Company? That sounds pretty good, actually, Wilsonia. That's right up my street. And I will say as well, the only reason I'm even considering Formula One, and I know people go, well, TJ, you don't like half of the countries that are in it, and the way that the wealth is spread around. Formula One is a sport that is just designed for the wealthy, to demonstrate disgusting amounts of wealth. So at least they're all on the same page with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all fine. They all know that. No one's hiding anything. There's no countries trying to buy other teams or whatever, as far as I know. And it doesn't really matter. It's just driving a car. There's, of course, the ecological and climate change problems that are associated with Formula One, which I maybe should consider as well. But yeah, sports washing is a thing, isn't it? We'll go and do the Moon Grand Prix. It'll be fine. This is lovely. The board have set me a transfer budget for next season. We still have a transfer ban. Why have you given me that? Like, this ban lasts until, where is it? Lasts until July 2025. We're in October 2025. There's 9 more months of the transfer ban, and they've given me a transfer budget. Do you know what I mean? We finished 3rd, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. At one point, they said we'd finish 7th. The media. But yeah, we finished 3rd, which I'm happy enough with. I'll take that. Don't spend it all at once. Literally can't. Like, I don't know what they're expecting me to do at this point, but have some money. Like, yeah, they're literally just going, oh yeah, you can have whatever money you want. They might as well say you've got a transfer budget of £46 million, because it wouldn't matter. Sim until the 1st of the 7th. No, because then we need to play, don't we? You know what I mean? We need to play the rest of the season. But we do have to make a decision, I think. I've got nothing else to talk about other than just we'll finish at least in the top half. Right. Are we surprised that someone's been sacked? A little bit. Let's just say yes. Let's quickly have a nosy at the job centre. We probably won't move. Locomotive Plovdiv. Into Turku. Their jobs come available. So in the same league, they don't have a transfer ban. So we could still say in Finland. Teams below us, of course. Teams in Egypt. Iceland. They don't have a transfer ban either. Romania. Right. Okay. let's have a bit of a think about this, because our contract runs out in like a month. I'm tempted to stay because I'm a glutton for punishment. I think it'll be fun to try and muddle through another season. Let's see what that looks like. Right? Okay, let's see what that looks like. It might be fun, it might not be. It might be horrific. Who knows? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? And it won't be on Sunday, because Sunday we're going to do something different. We're going to do... Should we do City Skylines Sunday? Should we do Sunday Skylines? We can do that. Or we can try and get ourselves involved in F1. We might do Skylines, we'll see. But yeah, thank you as always for being around. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been fun. Si, I appreciate the raid. Very, very kind indeed. Let's see who's around and where this raid is going to go, shall we? Let's have a little nosy. Who have we not seen before? Right. Okay, I don't think we've seen this person. Should we go there? Yeah, let's go there. We've not been there, and they seem new, and they haven't got too many, followers. So go and give them some love, right? Tell them that we sent you. They're managing Bolton, so right, go and do that. Give them some love, and have some fun. Hunkleberry on the new WWE. I'm speaking to Murph about WWE, so that could be a thing as well. So have a great weekend, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Speak to you all very, very soon. Go and give Alex some love. I will see you all on Sunday for something different. Bye, everyone.